Hey, I am BrettLeeClark, and this is my channel. In today's video, I'm going to break down the top goofs of the original Halloween. Wait a minute, this is too green? It's too green! Not working? Oh, it's a clapper, okay. Clap on! Yeah! Get your top movie goofs from this goof. If you're new here, hi, I'm Brett, and I make random videos. Anything from top movie goofs, to cooking, to product reviews, to all kinds of stuff. Yeah. I started doing the Goof series with the Scream franchise. I've done all the Scream movies. I did Mean Girls and Top Gun and Jurassic Park, and the first two Friday the 13th movies, and now I'm doing the Halloween franchise. Now, before I get started, I don't want people in the comments being like, you're making fun of me, you're a hater, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not hating. We're just pointing out goofs. I suck just as much as these goofs suck. All movies have goofs, all movies have mistakes, and if you can't point out the goofs of the stuff you love, then you're in denial. So we're just having fun here, and we're just showing the mistakes of Halloween. And I'm gonna do the entire Halloween franchise all through October. So subscribe if you want to see the rest of all the Halloween goofs. But for now, we'll do the first Halloween 1978. Comment below and let me know which Halloween movie is your favorite, or which movie you want to see after October, and maybe I'll do that movie next. I start from the beginning and I go to the end. I don't put all the goofs in there, I just put most of the goofs in there. So I'm probably going to miss some, so if you want to leave them below in the comments, you can. No big deal. So are you ready? Let's get ready for Halloween. Here we go. Alright, so first of all, Halloween was filmed in 20 days in California. So it was a fast production, so that's probably why some errors happened. So I know before you like get defensive, it was only 20 days, they messed up because they did it so fast and they didn't have money. I know. So anyway, let's start from the beginning. When Michael goes into the kitchen, he grabs a knife out of the drawer. If you look at the clock, it says 9:25. Well, as we're going through the kitchen, first of all, you can see the shadow of a camera to the right of the screen. And then, as he's going in, to the next clock you see, it says 9:40. And then, as he's going up the stairs, you hear like a grandfather clock chiming. And it's chiming 10 times, aka 10 p.m. So it'd be one thing if only one clock was like off. You know, like, oh, that one, maybe the battery died. Maybe it's just slow. But we have 9:25, we got 9:40, and we got 10 p.m. all in the matter of, what, 15 seconds? Plus we got a camera shadow. So there's those. And then, moving on, as Michael's going up the stairs, right before he puts on the clown mask, look at Judith's clothes. Right? They're in a stack. Her clothes are stacked. And as soon as he puts the clown mask on, the clothes are now scattered. Eh? You see that? Isn't that weird? And then he murders her. Yeah. Moving on, when Dr. Loomis and Marion, the nurse, are, you know, they drive up and they see that everyone's escaped and everyone's wandering around outside. Well, when Dr. Loomis gets out and then Michael grabs Marion and she goes against the window, if you watch the hand that comes up behind her and smacks the window, you can see like a wrench attached to it. You see that tool? And that was put there because when he did it with his bare hand, it wouldn't break the window. So they added a wrench so he could smash the window easier. So there you go, see that little wrench? So Halloween was filmed in 20 days in California. Well, my next goof is about California. So as Laurie and Tommy are crossing the street, you can see in the background palm trees. Palm trees in Illinois? What? No, it was filmed in California. And that's why you can see palm trees in the back. That's also why you don't see very many like fall-looking plants. Most plants in fall time would be like red and orange and, you know, the leaves are falling off and that sort of thing. But if you look around, everything's green. You had like bags of leaves they would throw around for some shots and then pick back up and use later on, like down the road. So yeah, they were trying to make it look like fall, but it wasn't really working. And then, moving on, when Dr. Loomis is in the phone booth, you can see the reflection of a crew member. Huh? You see it? Yeah. And then when Laurie's with her friends and they're walking back from school, you can see the arm of a crew member, or like the sleeve of a crew member, on the right-hand side. Do you see it? Eh? You see it? There you go.
I'm babysitting the Doyles.
Then, when Laurie sees Michael behind the bush, and Annie goes to check, and she looks, and he's not there. If you watch real closely, you can see some smoke go across the screen. It goes by the bushes and across her face. That smoke is from John Carpenter, the director, the creator, the writer. He is smoking off camera, and his smoke happened to get into the shot. Then, when Annie picks up Laurie and they get in the car, watch Annie, watch the rear view mirror. It goes from like straight on to like crooked. So every time it shows Laurie and Annie, the mirror is normal. It's like straight. But when it shows just Annie, the mirror is crooked. And it happens throughout the entire scene of them in the car. It goes from this to this, to this, to this. So when Annie is making popcorn and Michael makes the pot fall, okay, hold on to that memory, because we're going to come to it later. We're going to come back to that in a minute. But hold on to that memory that when Annie's making popcorn, Michael makes that plant fall, okay? But moving on from there, when Lindsay is watching, Kyle Richards, when Lindsay is watching the TV and the camera pans around, if you look behind her, behind the couch, you'll see the shadow of a crew member ducked down to like hide out of frame. You see that? Right behind Lindsay? Yeah? Or maybe it's Michael already inside. I don't know, man. Then, when Bob and Linda arrive, they leave the van door open. Eh? See that? There you go. Leaving the van door open. That's kind of weird. Why you close the van door? Michael's going to close it for you, don't worry. Then, when Jamie Lee Curtis goes to check for her friends and see, like, you know, what's going on, and she finds all the dead bodies, right? And Michael stabs her and she falls over the railing. First of all, she never bleeds. She just has that little cut on her arm, and from that point forward, she just has a little red squiggle. But no blood ever, like, pours out of it. Her shirt's never bloody. There's never any blood besides that little squiggle of a line that he like sliced on. So I don't know how good her blood clotting skills are, but I guess they're pretty good because she never actually bleeds. But as Laurie is trying to escape the house, she runs downstairs and she like falls at the French doors, and you can clearly see which panel she needs to bust out because it's like it wasn't that way before, but now it's like kind of foggy looking. So that's the one she needs to bust out. But before she does that, if you look, the plant that fell earlier is now back. And also, if you look to the left, you can see the production light, like a full-on production light just aiming at the window to give like that glow. You see that? See the production light right there? And then she breaks it out when she, like, there's like a shard of glass, but in the next shot, it's completely cleared out. And then, as she's running across the street and she gets to the door, this one I always notice. As a kid, I'd be like, that doesn't make any sense. What, huh? And I used to be like, what, am I crazy? But no, so as she's running across the street, she starts banging on the door for Tommy to come, let her in. The doorknob is on the right-hand side. It's like right there. But when Tommy opens the doorknob is now on the other side. Do you see that? I've always noticed that. Like, she's like on the right-hand side banging, but when she opens the door, she goes in from a door handle that's on the left. Man, you see that? As Laurie's in the closet, look at the clothes behind her and the clothes on the other side. So the clothes in the closet are changing as per shot. And then when she reaches for the hanger, she grabs a white hanger. But when she pulls it down and starts messing with it, she has a regular hanger. You see that? And then when she stabs Michael in the eye, he drops the knife, right? And then she grabs the knife and she stabs him. So keep in mind, the knife is now upstairs. So, okay, Laurie's sitting there and he sits up and Dr. Loomis comes up and saves her, right? As Dr. Loomis is shooting him, Michael's like, oh, and he's getting shot. And he turns to fall out the balcony. He like turns like he's gonna like just face forward over into it. But the next shot, you see Michael walking off the balcony backwards, which I've always been like, why would they show? They could just cut out the feet part and just had him falling, and it wouldn't look so awkward. But you like clearly see like the stunt double like standing on the ledge of the balcony before he falls backwards. And then it's over and Michael's missing. And while Michael's missing, you hear like his breathing and it shows clips of all the areas. But when it shows the clip of the living room, the knife is back on the floor where Laurie dropped it when she stabbed him in the neck. And there's one more. You ready? As the credits are rolling, it says Michael Myers, age 23. Michael Myers is 21, not 23. 1978 minus 1963 is 15. Plus 6 is 21. So there you go. Michael should be 21 in the credits, but he's 23 in the credits. All right, so that was the top Goofs of Halloween. Did you guys have fun? I actually didn't have that many for it to be like shot in 20 days with a low budget. Did pretty good. So yeah, I will be doing part 2 on Wednesday, so get ready for Halloween 2 come Wednesday, and the rest of the franchise the rest of the month. Comment below, let me know which movies you want to see next, or what your favorite Halloween movie is. You can follow me on Instagram at BrettLeeClark. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say, so I hope you have a good day.